going on, everybody? It is your boy Ash Chili, and I'm going to teach you guys how to pitch like an absolute god in MLB The Show 20. So, this strategy of how I pitch is the exact same way I pitch in real life. I pitch using quadrants. Quadrants being you split the strike zone into 4 parts. I actually made a graphic, and I'm going to throw it up on the screen right now. So, this graphic right here kind of shows the quadrants. There's 8 of them actually. So you got the first one, which is up and away to a right-handed hitter. Up and in to a right-handed hitter is 2. 3 is low and in. 4 is away and low. And then you have 5. 5 is up, middle to or inside to a right-handed hitter is 6. Low is 7, and away, super away outside of the zone is 8. So I pitch using those, and what I do is I try to mix pitches I try to mix different pitches, and I try not to throw the same pitch in the same quadrant unless I need to, unless a guy can't stay off of breaking stuff. So I have a couple of bats that I'm going to show you guys. This first one is Matt Manning versus Marcus Semien. Actually, all the clips are with Matt Manning against this guy, but all these are strikeouts that I'm using quadrants and pitching strategically. With this new patch that's come out, hitting is a little bit more difficult and pitching is a little bit easier, but I'm going to show you guys how I pitch and how I've been absolutely dominating and dicing people. This game, I finished Matt Manning won a complete game with 16 Ks, 0 walks, and 0 earned runs. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this by showing some at-bats and playing them out for you. So we're going to play this first one, and then after this at-bat, I'm going to talk about what I did and my mindset through it. So I'm going to let this play.
The area native Marcus Semien. First pitch on its way. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
Ew, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Fouled off. Again, a 1-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and
Alright, so that first strikeout, that was the first strikeout of the game for Matt Manning against Marcus Semien. So pitch 1 was a swing and a miss, low and away in the 8th quadrant over there. Second pitch is a changeup low into the 7th quadrant. That's 2 quadrants that I've used now. A fastball in, which was a ball. I missed. That's the 6th quadrant right there. And curveball in. That's, I believe that one landed in the 4th one. So that's the 4th quadrant. And then changeup low, I went back to the 7th quadrant to get the strikeout. So my mindset going through there is I've never faced a Marcus Semien card before, and I didn't check his stats, but I assumed that he wasn't much of a power threat, and so I wanted to use a whole bunch of off-speed stuff. Didn't really want to show him the fastball. The first at-bat, he rolled over, didn't throw a fastball in that at-bat. But because fastballs are kind of like BP pitches this year, I try not to throw any fastballs in fastball counts. So 0-0, a lot of people are going to throw fastballs to try to get ahead early. My go-to pitch, 0-0, to a new hitter who I've never faced before, is something off-speed. It's never going to be a slider, just because sliders on 0-0, for whatever reason this year, have a better chance of hanging. I don't know why, but it just happens. So I try not to use pitchers that have sliders, but when I do, they're probably bullpen guys, and I use a slider very sparingly, just because I have noticed that sliders are absolute dog trash in this game. So that is the first at-bat against Marcus Semien, and we're going to head to the next at-bat, where I'm going to talk about a situation where I got into trouble, and I had to minimize to get out of a situation. Runner on third, nobody out. Alright. So, this little scenario right here, this is, I'm pitching to the Evolution Pudge Rodriguez card. First pitch was a fastball, obviously a miss. Second pitch, I'm going to throw a fastball in to the third part of the quadrant right here, and he's going to hit this thing to the wall. And my immediate thought is, crap, I have to minimize, try to at least, no runs is the goal, but 1 run, keep it at 1 run, so it's a tie game, it goes back to a 0-0 game. So I'm going to let this play out real quick, this at-bat play out.
Couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that two-seamer has a mind of its own.
And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. Long run for Junior, but this kicks off the wall. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
Alright, so this next guy that's coming up, this next batter, is Max Kepler. Max Kepler being a big power guy. So what I wanted to do is, he has a quirk where he hits fastballs really well. So my idea through pitching to Max Kepler, and I pitched this way to him the entire game, is I did not show him a single fastball, just because he is a fastball hitter. So I showed a lot of off-speed stuff. So first pitch is going to be a curveball in. He's going to take that. Second pitch is going to be a changeup away, which he swings for a strike. He check swings on that one. I think because it was way out of the zone, so he bailed me out of that one. Third pitch is a changeup low, and he swings. And then I throw 12-6 away for the strikeout. Here we go.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Rodriguez, the runner at third with no outs. Got him.
Alright, so the next batter is Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana is a pretty good breaking ball hitter, so I mixed up in the fastball, threw the changeup, and the strikeout pitch is the 12-6 again. Matt Manning's 12-6 is disgusting. It does leak a little bit, like that last pitch, the strikeout to Max Kepler. That pitch was supposed to be more low. Luckily, it did manage to catch into the third quadrant for the strikeout.
So it's Carlos Santana as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
Breaking ball swung on in the dirt, and he makes the throw to first. Santana is retired.
Alright, so getting that second out of the inning is huge. Now that I'm pitching to Eddie Rosales. Eddie, I think I botched his name. I think I botched his last name. But Eddie had a 7-pitch at bat with me, and he was making me nervous. He got me to a 3-2 count. First 2 pitches he takes for a ball, and he fouls off a 12-6. First pitch is a fastball. In the Carlos at bat, throwing that fastball, I missed because it's supposed to be in the second quadrant away. Hopefully that he's not going to smell it, and I missed it, and it kind of goes middle up, which is super dangerous. If you're playing a really good guy and you miss there, that ball's going to go a long way, unless the guy misses it. But it's that pitch, missing a fastball, especially in the show 20, it's just batting practice, and you're just asking to get hurt. So my advice to you is find batters, or find pitchers that have some good breaking stuff, Matt Manning being one of them. Corey Kluber, the 99 Corey Kluber's nasty, and the Roy Oswalt so far. I've used him a couple times and he's disgusting. But I'm going to let this Rosales at-bat play out. It's a 7-pitch at-bat, so enjoy, and then I'll come back and I'll talk a little bit about it.
Into the box now, Eddie Rosario. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. And a layoff fastball here, and it good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
The 2-1 pitch. Got him to go after a bad one there, and it evens the count at 2-2.
Trying to do way too much up there for what I can tell. He knows that's a big run standing there at third, but that swing was way out of control. You still have to stay within yourself and look for your pitch.
Here's the payoff pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over.
All right, and as you heard right there, the big sigh of relief. Giving a triple, a lead-off triple, is never ideal, obviously. So the mindset there is, if you get somebody on, like in scoring position with nobody out, the goal that I was taught through my so far that I've been taught through my entire career is minimize, minimize, minimize. If that run scores, it's okay. If you're up, you're chasing one, or if you scored one, and you score one, you give up one, and then you shut down that inning afterwards, it's a 0-0 ball game, and you got to get the offense going. So quadrants, fastball away, didn't really, wasn't smelling it just because I just missed my spots there. If you don't throw fastballs a lot, if you just randomly decide to throw a fastball in there, the fastball's not going to be spotted very well, or it hasn't for me recently. What I want people to do is to mix off-speed stuff and mix fastballs, and using the north, south, east, and west, throwing everything everywhere. You don't want to throw, if a guy misses a fastball up and in, and you throw it again, you throw it 2 times in a row, he's going to sit there and look for that. He's going to cheat to that. So throw a fastball low and away is what I'm saying. Throw it in the 4th quadrant. Don't keep attacking the 2nd quadrant. Don't keep attacking the 1st quadrant. But with this guy, because his kryptonite, something he cannot lay off is low off-speed stuff low. And through the first 1, 2, 3, 4 at-bats that I've showed you, he has not been able to really touch anything off-speed low. And so I made the mistake of throwing a fastball low to Pudge, because he's looking for stuff low, and he crushed it. So my advice to you is to pitch sparingly. Like, I guess that's kind of a bad way to explain it, but pitch, mix up speeds, mix up eye levels, and mix up how it's going to look horizontally. So don't attack the same quadrants. I know I'm just explaining that again, but please, please, please don't. Alright, I'm going to show one more at bat with Justin Turner, just kind of showing off Matt Manning's fastball is basically all this at bat is. Alright, so Justin Turner is, this year, he's more of a contact guy, not really a whole lot of power. So I decided to attack him and see if he can put something in play, and he doesn't. So here we go.
And they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
I just think after seeing both those pitches right there, 96, you have to be on the fastball or you're not going to.
Alright, so 3-pitch, strikeout looking, didn't even take the bat off his shoulder, made that at bat super easy. Again, fastball, middle in, that one kind of splits the 2 in the 3rd quadrant. Second pitch was supposed to be a 12-6 in, and it kind of turned into a curveball in the 4th quadrant. Definitely missed my spot there, but luckily he either put his controller down or definitely wasn't looking for a 12-6 curveball. And then third one is a fastball up in the 2nd quadrant, strikeout looking, Didn't even smell it. Thank you. Come again. Sit there looking all day. Go sit down, get some pine. So that's basically it. That's all my pitching guide really. It's just mix up pitches. Don't throw the same pitch a lot. Curveballs. If you keep throwing a curveball, they're going to sit curveball and sit mistake. Mix in the curveball, throw the fastball, throw the change, but mix up eye levels is more important. Don't just sit at the top of the zone. That is an awful way to pitch. Don't just sit at the low part of the zone. That is an awful way to pitch. Mix up everything. Mix the eye levels. Go in, go out. That's basically all my advice I have for you. If you guys stayed for the end of the video, I appreciate it so much. Be sure to follow my social medias that I'll have linked in the description below. I stream MLB The Show every night. Due to the quarantine, I've been streaming every single night for a couple hours, 3 to 4 hours at night. Starting at around 10:30, I'll stream. I'll do a lot of missions and some ranked series games, and I talk to people about baseball and my career and stuff like that. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning into the video. It means so much that you guys stayed for this long. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck on the mound.